Okay, now we're going to see about the transform node. The transform node is a very important node in the composting, or I can say that in Nuke, because uh, it is a node which is responsible for changing your image or making animation to it and the other different things. So it's a very important node. If you want to create a transform node, आपके पास तीन ऑप्शन है. First of all, just go into this transform family and you can see कि पहले नंबर पे आपको transform node option दिया हुआ. Here is also T written here. It means you can just type on the keyboard T to create a transform node. I will just click it over here. Now see, I got this transform node, which having only one input. Another way to create the transform node is to right click on this node graph. You can now just go into the transform and select it and create the transform node. The another way is by hitting the tab key. Once you hit the tab key, वो आपके पास एक option खोल देगा in which you can either write any name of the nodes which you want. Suppose if I want my transform node, I will write the transform and see TRA means TRA से related जितने भी means tools हैं वो सारे आपके पास nodes हैं वो सारे आपके पास इधर listed हो गए. So I want my transform node, I will just go ahead and click on it. Alright. To add it to it, you just drag it, and once you will drag और जैसे ही आप इस लाइन के ऊपर ले जाएंगे you will see that your line is becoming white. It means it's trying to connect your transform node to the image and viewer. So once it's get white, you just release it to get it connected. Okay, you can see now here that जैसे ही मैंने इसको connect किया, you can now see on-screen control. This is called an on-screen control or the control jack, which is responsible for controlling or transforming my image. And it's nothing but just a plus sign, it having this and a circle. So let's see that how we can control it. Once I'm hovering my mouse over it, see how the cursor is changing. Alright, how the cursor is changing. It means if I go over here and the cursor change means now I can rotate my image like this. If I go into center, I'm getting a plus sign means I can now translate my image. Alright. If I go onto this circle, अगर मैं circle के ऊपर जाता हूँ, see now I'm getting a cross sign, which is responsible for scaling. Alright. And if I go to this particular point, now I can skew that into the different direction. Like I want to skew in the X, I want to skew in the Y, I can do that. I can also move this control jack onto any part of this image. Suppose I want to move this axis over here. I need to click control and then drag it. Now if I'll rotate it, now see, अब rotation मेरा इस point से हो रहा है, I mean इस axis से हो रहा है. So there is a huge freedom for controlling your transform nodes. Make it default. Just go over here, right click, and set knobs to default. Now let's see that what we got in the properties panel of this particular transform node. So I can use these features to set my transform. For example, I want to translate in X direction over to 50. I will just add 50. I want to 100. See how it's transforming. I can just add a custom value to make it or to get it transformed. इस custom value को add करने के लिए you also got 3 options. For example, you can just directly go ahead and type whatever the amount you want to get translated in x-axis. For example, I want 100. So it's being translate into the x-axis, or if you want to increase this number, you just go ahead. If you want to increase this by the 10 times, you just click over here and scroll your middle mouse button. If you want to increase this by 1000 times, you just click over here, so your cursor will get over the thousands position, and now scroll your middle mouse button to make it to get it transformed to C. Or you can also use your virtual slider. Virtual sliders to use technically just hit the Alt middle mouse button and Alt middle mouse button and okay, I'm sorry. To use the virtual slider, just click on this Alt middle mouse button and just drag it. Alright. So these are the three ways to adding new values to the translate or to the any other properties of the node which have been selected. I can also rotate it from here. Alright, by putting the values onto it and just set it to default. Okay, so here is a scale feature. आप यहाँ से इसको scale कर सकते हो. Right? So now अभी क्या हो रहा है, ये x और y दोनों axis में scale हो रहा है. If you want your scaling only in your x-axis, simply आप यहाँ पे click करेंगे. Now you can see you are getting a width and height. If you want to increase a width, click, see, scale. If you want to increase your height, just scale. Right click, set knobs to default. You also have this Q option. See what's it doing, and also use QY in the Y direction. You can also change your order of skewing it like YX. Oh my god, it's ready. Now right click to it and set knobs to default. You can also use the center values. आपको जिधर भी ये axis का center adjust करना है, you can use this, and you can also add the motion blur to it. But if you want to add the motion blur, you first have to do the animation. So let's see that how we can use our transform node to add an animation. Let's see, we are on frame number 1. I'll move it to minus 200. Alright. And after entering the value, मैं क्या करूँगा? आपको क्या करना है? Just right click and set key. So now we are getting a key which is shown by the blue tick. Jump into the last frame. Plus 300. Alright. So now if I will play this, let's see if we are getting an animation. सबसे मेन फीचर ट्रांसफॉर्म मोड का ये है कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जस्ट चेक इस इमेज में you have red, green, blue, but you don't have alpha channel. It's a 3-channel image. But once you added the transform node, see, now you got what? An alpha channel. Or alpha channel है क्या? It just flat fills the whole image into the white to create a fresh alpha channel. So ये transform node की खासियत है. So you can use this while comping. You do not have to add by using some other different or complicated nodes to just add an alpha to your image. Alright. So that was all about the transform node. Thank you so much.